I love everything about swimming. I love the challenge, I love the training. Training's like my favorite part. I love to just get up and grind and then, be done by 7, 8 in the morning and still have a full day ahead of me knowing that I've done all this work. To be a good swimmer, you need the work ethic and be willing to put in what you need to be able to get to where you want to. But for distance freestyle specifically, you probably need that even more so because you do so many Ks and spend so much time in the water. And then in a physical sense, I guess you need the longer arms and the big long torso as well. So I think my arms are 2 meters and 7 centimeters and my body's 190. Most swimmers these days have body shapes like that, but it definitely helps in long distance freestyle because the longer your stroke is, the less strokes you have to do, so the easier it ends up being.
I think Mack's success in his freestyle comes from the fact that he's probably one of the most efficient swimmers in the water. The beginning of that was there when he was a very young swimmer. So at an early age, you could see he had that long, languid stroke. It was more about tailoring it and teaching him how to use that to great effect. So a lot of the work we did early on was based around stroke efficiency and being able to swim and sustain speed at a very efficient stroke. And then with the idea that later on we could increase the stroke rate and improve his stroke rate so that he could improve as a swimmer.
From a young age, I got into the habit of counting my strokes every single lap and just trying to get it lower and lower and lower. So now I sit at probably about 28 strokes a lap without even thinking about it. And even in a 1500 race, I set at 28 strokes a lap, which means I'm burning less energy, but also I'm a bit more powerful. And then when I pick up my stroke rating, I can travel further and faster.
Based at the Victorian Institute of Sport, Horton combines pool sessions with physical dry land training in a regime that gradually builds over 4 years, aiming for the next Olympic Games.
Going into Rio, I was doing 10 pool sessions a week. So most days that's double pool sessions, one at 5:30 in the morning and one at 3 in the afternoon. 2 gym sessions as well, so they're big days. I do boxing as well, and then there's all the physio and massage and the stretching and whatever to keep my body going. It's really important to break the stroke down and vary what you do during sessions to keep it interesting, but also to improve individual aspects of your stroke. So, every session you're always trying to work on something different, and each part of the session you're always trying to work on something different. So whether it's my breath or the front end of my stroke or getting a stronger kick or, trying to combine it all together during like a main set at pace, it's always something different. Literally everyone goes about the 1500 or distance swimming in a different way, but a fundamental aspect of distance swimming is being able to just drop the pace when you're ready. Like, it doesn't even have to be at the back end in a 1500. It can be 700 meters or 900 meters or 1100 meters. You just have to be ready to just drop 100, leave everyone behind, and then hold the pace from there. In gym, we've been working on strength, but then also doing power as well and explosive stuff. So we'll usually, leading up to a competition, do heavy weights and then go straight into something explosive so that I am strong, but when I need to be explosive for the back end of a 1500 or the back end of a 400, I also have that power there as well. Leading into Rio, we knew our biggest shift was going to be in the turns. So we were aiming for 0.3 of a second a turn, which is really it's nothing, but it's a lot in a 1500. When you add it up, it's like a couple of seconds.
We went down to minute detail in terms of how we approach these turns, what we were improving on in the water, entry to the turn execution, because through the 400 and the 1500 we knew that was a place that he could be better than his competitors.
So it was about